morning, Jeff. How are you?
Good morning, Jim. I'm doing well, and yourself?
Great, great. Been up for like 4 hours now, so I'm ready to go.
Okay.
So, Jeff, thank you so much for being a guest today. Would you like to introduce yourself to the channel? Let everyone know
Sure.
kind of what you do.
Yeah, my name's Jeff, and I am Pelham Aquatics on YouTube. And basically, I breed shrimp, fish, and I sell them online. And I've been in the hobby for quite a long time, and I enjoy it.
Cool. What kind of fish do you kind of gravitate towards?
Well, it's been mostly cichlids most of my life. I'm kind of trimming that down a little bit into just the dwarf cichlids, and I'm also getting into the live bearers and some of the nano type fish.
Oh, okay. Very cool. So today's topic, we're going to talk about our closed loop air systems and kind of compare the two, see how we set them up and stuff like that. Before we get into that, I do want to show you guys the air pump that I switched from. That's this cheap one from Amazon. And you'll see why I switched that in just a second. I've got a power strip right next to me.
Wow.
Definitely not ideal seeing the shrimp room is right in the bedroom.
Right.
Switched that. And the other air pump is actually currently running behind me. So I don't know if you guys can hear that at all, but that's a huge difference in sound.
Tremendous difference.
So I am super, super happy with that upgrade.
Well, I would be too.
So yeah. I'm going to take a look in chat real quick and see who we've got here already.
Okay.
Good morning, Jamie. How are you? We got Mark Sturlson. Andrew with Aquarium Daily. Check out his weekly stream. That's a lot of fun. He plays some trivia. We got Lori from Monster Fish Gal. Welcome. P. Wizzle, good morning. TJ Autocross is here. How you doing? We got Keith from KJE Aquatics. Good morning.
Good morning.
And we got Bunny Viper. How you doing? So, Keith, I just want to give you a real quick update on that food that you sent up to me. It did get my Cory cats to start spawning for me. I've got one egg behind me that is fertilized. It's showing like a dark splotch in the middle. So any day now it should hatch. But anyway, that's all for the update. Real quick one. Good morning, Red Laser. How are you? So, Jeff, what kind of air pump are you running in your room?
Right now, I'm running a Danner AP60. It's one of the pond pumps they use for like aquaculture and stuff like that. It's very similar to what Jeff has said, 360 subs. Oh, that's nice. I'm not able to see the chat, so I can only see it when you bring it up there like that.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
But yeah, this is the Danner AP60. It's 90 liters per minute, and right now I'm running it in here. It's running approximately 20 tanks down here right now, but I have to bleed a lot of the air off because of the back pressure. Because it's
okay.
It's a pretty powerful pump.
Yep. Now I don't bleed my closed loop system yet. I do have some extra lines off from it that I could. How would I know that I need to bleed some air off?
Well, basically, what type of pump do you have?
I've got a meadow blower, is what it's called. It's the same one that they sell on the Aquarium Co-op website.
Oh, okay. I've seen those. I'm not really sure exactly how many liters per minute that is, but what I do anyway, is it'll tell you how many liters per minute that it does, and then a lot of the pumps, they'll tell you how many air drops it's capable of. And with mine, it's up to 60, so I'm only using about maybe 25 or 30, so I have to bleed a good deal of air off. Um, if you don't, I mean, you get plenty of air, but it will add a little bit back pressure onto your pump, and it'll shorten the lifespan of it.
Oh, okay.
Because I have mine going, all the sponge filters are really going fairly well, as you can see in the background here, on all of the tanks. And I can maybe just show right down this way a little bit. It controls all of these.
Wow, that's a lot.
And I have to bleed over half the air off. Otherwise, it'll put too much pressure on the pump. But it's decent though, because you can always expand, and as you add more tanks, you close the pressure relief valve just a little bit at a time as you drop more lines. That way, it will take some of the pressure off the pump.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yes. So I've got the pump I've got is 45 liters per minute or per hour, however it's measured. And I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 lines running right now off from it. But none of them can be fully open. So I'm thinking I probably should bleed some of the air off.
Yeah, you can get those little. It's like a little valve you can actually add into the PVC. Are you using PVC on yours, Tim?
Yeah. I got Schedule 40, and it's 3/4 inch inner diameter.
Yeah, that's the same as what I use. Yeah, you can get the bleed valves, and it have the little wheel on it. You can just tighten it down or loosen it up as you need. What I do is, the way to find out is when you have it on there and you open it up. If all the air is still the same, as you release the pressure on it, you'll know that you have too much air. Otherwise, when you turn it down, you'll notice the bubbles will get lighten up quite a bit.
Okay.
And that's how you can tell how if you're running too much power for what you have.
Okay.
I mean, it takes a lot to really do any real damage, but just to keep the longevity of the pump, it's good to have that. Pretty much, you want to use as little as possible.
All right. Good to know. Thank you so much.
Sure.
Then I see we do have a comment from Andrew here. To measure the air used in a tank, place a jug in the water, fill with water, and then place it over the air source and time until it reaches 1 liter.
Mm.
So I'll have to try that and see if I can't figure that out from there. Thank you so much, Andrew.
Yeah, I've never done that either. It's interesting.
All right, so we'll take a look at how I've got mine set up real quick.
Sure.
I'm gonna pause the camera and flip it around so that I can see what I'm showing you guys a little easier. Okay, so this here is the pump that I've got.
Oh yes. Mm-hmm.
So it's the same one that Aquarium Co-op sells. I got it used from someone off from Facebook, though. I didn't buy it from Aquarium Co-op. But anyway, the guy I got it from did have this rubber piece here attached to it, but the rest of it I kind of had to figure out all on my own. Move that cord out of the way so you can see. So right here to connect it, I used a PVC threaded adapter.
Yeah.
And when I brought that piece home, I didn't realize that it wasn't going to fit in the 3/4 inch pipe. I had to pound it in with a mallet and still couldn't quite get it all the way. But we got it good enough so that it's not going to leak. And then I've got 6 valves here up the side, just extra open valves. I've got one of them running to the shrimp bucket right below. And I've got I believe it's 14 of them along the bottom side here, and that's running all of the tanks that I've got on the lower two shelves of the rack. So that's all of that. Then we'll come over here to the side. I'm just kind of bracing it with some zip ties here. And then for the next two tanks on the rack, I did make sure that the valve is up above each of the two tanks. That way, if for some reason the power does go out, I know I'm not going to have any backflow and flood the room and empty the tanks. Then the PVC just comes right back over around the TV mount and back to the pump here.
Oh, nice.
So that's my first attempt at a closed loop air system. And I don't know if you might have any pointers for me to kind of optimize that at all.
Well, it looks pretty good to me. This is my first closed air system as well. And if you'd want me to, I can show you, I can point mine out if you'd like.
Yeah, please do.
I'm just trying to figure here now where I go to camera. Okay. I'm actually not seeing the option to, oh, there it is. Let me go ahead and turn my camera around.
All right. Then I did see Keeper Kane popped in here. I didn't get a chance to say good morning to you yet. How you doing?
Okay, here we are. What I'll do is I'll start at this end where I'm at right now. Actually, just going to walk all the way down to the end of the fish room here. Down to the power source. And as you can hear, this has a little bit of a hum to it, but it's not too bad. This is the Danner AP60. These are used for more like a pond or for aquaculture. And,
okay.
And similar to yours, I still have the rubber piece there that's got the clamp under the 40 schedule PVC. This is 3/4 inch.
All right.
It goes all the way along the top of the floor joist here. And I have it attached periodically here. And then we got the drops. See, I got quite a few drops that are closed off right now. And then it goes down just from the ceiling down so that when the power goes out, it's not going to go, it's going to be completely safe because everything's above the water level, of course. And this is running right now. I have these 75-gallon tanks to get the Mbuna and the convicts here. I got 4 75-gallon tanks this way. I got the breeder boxes clamped in here for the dragon blood peacock cichlids that I have. But back to the air system, it goes all the way down. Another 75-gallon here with grow outs. And then down here to where I have my stream set up pretty much, down to this 55-gallon. I have, what I'm going to do is in some of these tanks, I still have a hang-on back filter like I have right here. And I'm going to be, adding an extra sponge filter, I think, and then just taking all my power filters out. Because I think that these are doing a great job, the sponges.
Yeah, I love sponge filters. They do both mechanical and biological filtration.
Yes, I like them too. They're really, really good. And see, in the past, I've never used sponge filters until like the last 2 years. I've always used the hang-on backs or maybe even a canister, but I really dislike canisters because the maintenance on them is a nightmare. But I do still have one little pump up here running, and this is similar to the one that you replaced, but this is this small rack right here. But I do have up top, and it's only because I'm still waiting on my, I'm getting a big wheel of airline. And then once that happens, I'm going to run everything off that one pump. But in the meantime, see, I just have this little setup here with this valve. It goes down to these tanks. The 10-gallon right there, and then we have the 20 down here, and then on this side I have the 210s and 29-gallon down at the bottom.
Yeah, okay.
And then we're going to come down, and then moving on down this way, this is the final stretch of the air system heading down this way. This is the new rack that I built with 2x4s and cinder blocks. It has all these 20-gallon tanks on top, and each one of those has a good-sized sponge filter like these. And I'm going to probably add an extra filter on the other side of each one of these, and I add another one to this 40-gallon breeder also. And then it goes up, and then it runs down to the end of the line here. And this is the valve I was mentioning, Tim. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's bleeding quite a bit of air off, and it's controlled right here. And if I was to close that up, which I could probably do that just to show you. You can hear it. Everything's just boiling.
Yeah. Yep.
So I need to turn it back down now. Quite a bit of air is being bled off.
All right. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to get one of those valves. Don't want to have to replace the pump anytime soon, so.
Right. I'm going to turn the camera back around now, if I can. All right. And we'll go back to the area here.
Good morning, in Vertigo. And he is asking, Jeff, what is your most favorite fish?
My most favorite fish? That's a good question. It's hard to put a favorite. I don't know. I'm really enjoying my new endlers that I have. I have some Blue Star endlers that were a gift to me from Tara from Tara's Tank Friends, and they are just doing really well, and I got some new fry from them. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's like choosing which child you would love, you know? It's a hard question.
Yeah, it's not one of my favorite questions to have to answer. That's for sure. It's always difficult.
I mean, you can have a different favorite every single day, I guess. I mean,
right.
It just depends on what you're looking at what time.
It would be like someone asking what your favorite candy bar is. Well, they're all good.
That's right.
Good morning, Nano. How are you?
Good morning.
See, Jeremy popped in this morning. Good morning. We got Red Laser. Aquarium Adventures is here.
Oh, hello, Graham. Wonderful.
Let's see.
I've been following his channel for a long time. His Monster Tank project. Wow.
Yeah, I'm going to have to head back over to the channel. I've seen a few videos. Then all these different streams going on. Everyone kind of gets lost in the shuffle after a while, but now that I've seen the name, I kind of remember. I've got to go back over there.
Yeah, I've been watching that for quite a long time, and he has a monster tank that's a plywood tank that he's built. It's massive, and the poor chap is the thing has been leaking and stuff, and I just gutting. I feel so terrible for him. Such a great channel. I mean, I really enjoy it.
It's never a good feeling when you see water on the floor.
No, not especially after all the work that this gentleman's put into this.
Right.
It's just he's got a lot of integrity to be able to continue on with a project like that. It's just got to be absolutely. You have to have nerves of steel. Let's put it that way.
Yep. And Andrew said he switched to 90% use of sponge filters. And I've pretty much done the same. I've got a hang on back on the 20 gallon behind me. And then I've also got another hang on back on the aquarium downstairs, the 75 community. But other than that, I'm sponge filters all the way.
Yeah, I'm probably 65 to 70% sponges. Everything upstairs has a sponge on it. I do have a couple of hang-on backs upstairs too for some of the 40s upstairs.
Mm-hmm. So Keith says he's uploading inventory now, so just lurking, and he's going to be going live at 10:45. That's Eastern time, New York time.
Oh.
But he always does unboxings whenever he gets new shipments in to add to the website. So if you're looking for plans and want to see what you might receive before actually placing the order, definitely check him out. It's definitely a great channel.
Yes, I will do that, definitely.
Chat jumped. Let me scroll back up. So Elaine's asking Keith. She she says he was gonna be getting some plants in today, and wanted to know when the inventory list is going to be updated for the website. So I'm sure he's going to go over that during his live stream. But if he's still here and wants to let us know in the chat, that would be super cool. Good morning, Vibes. Thank you so much for stopping by this morning.
Good morning.
Lori dropping your link again. Thank you so much. You're an
Thank
amazing
you so much.
mod.
Thank you. That's so kind.
Let's see if we can't get Jeff to hit the 400 club.
Oh,
so I just hit that last week. I got 400 subscribers. So I'm going to be doing a giveaway. Not today. It'll be next week on the Monday morning stream. And Scotty the Fish Freak is going to be with me as a guest. He's going to help me out, figure out the giveaway tool. And if I can't figure it out on my end, he's going to do it from his end. I've already given him the admin powers on StreamYard for my channel. So that's going to be super, super exciting. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to be doing for a giveaway. I've got a couple options I'm kind of considering. And speaking of giveaways, last week I mentioned in my stream that the first person to guess the new Neocaridina variety I've ordered is going to win something. And Skull Aquatics, if you're here, you have won. So I'm getting fire red cherry shrimp from Red Navigator. So I've already sent you an email. I found it on the fishfam.link website. So check your email and get back to me and let me know which of the options you'd like for the giveaway.
That's fantastic. Fire Reds, I've always wanted to get those.
Yeah, I've had cherry shrimp from the local fish store here. But the thing with the local stores around here, they don't really do a lot of heavy selective breeding and stuff like that, where I know Grant and Shelby definitely takes care of the quality and genetics.
Absolutely.
So I'm super, super excited for that.
In the United States, they're pretty much definitely a force to be reckoned with when it comes to shrimp. Absolutely. They have the setup they have at their home. I mean, I think they have close to 400 tanks, maybe even more than that now.
Yeah, it's right around 400. I think it was 387 last I heard any updates from them.
Yeah.
But they're planning on some more real soon. So
that's a tremendous amount of work to maintain.
Oh, yeah.
Tanks. Wow.
It's a lot of gallons to have inside the house.
it is.
So Lori dropped the link for Aquarium Adventures. Thank you so much. Definitely check them out. Bunny, how'd you link what without having a wrench? Now I got to go back through and see. Yeah, I'm at the top. I can't see it. I'm not sure, Bunny. Maybe it just shows it on your end, maybe. But I'm not seeing a link here. Can I make a mod from here? No, I can't. So I can't make a mod from StreamYard. I'll do that later for you, Bunny Viper.
Yeah, on the replay, you can go on to the live stream on YouTube, and then you can do it from there.
Yep. All right, let's see. Yeah, Jeremy says it just shows on Bunny's end, not on his, so that's got to be what it is. So Andrew says he thinks it's disheartening when you keep thinking you might have sorted it. I have the same with Pond. Yeah, there's always something else that could be optimized or changed or altered in some way. It's just like the never-ending story, you know. One thing always leads to the other.
Better believe it. That's the truth.
That's part of the fun for me too. Is always upgrading and changing and modifying my ways.
Yep. It's always evolving. That's what I always say.
So Keith, thank you so much for getting back to us. He's updating the website right now with all the new inventory.
Nice.
So definitely check that out.
So that's going to come in handy for me.
Yeah. So I got some Dr. Basslier foods from him. And I also got this one here, Agor spirulina.
Ooh.
And with that order, he sent me like 10 different sample packages. So I don't know which one or a combination of them helped to get those Cory cats to breed, but thank you so much, Keith. That was super exciting when I woke up to that the other morning.
Yeah, that was quite an unboxing. I watched that, and I was amazed at how many free samples.
Oh,
it was
I know.
really, really nice.
Yeah, super, super generous.
And plus, the medicated food is another groundbreaking invention. I mean, people have been having to medicate separately their fish, and now they have it where it's built right into the food, which is fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So Daniel Fish Keeping, hey everyone, driving to the next town, but we'll have you on in the car. Thank you so much. We love all the lurkers too.
Thanks, Daniel.
I've done that so many times on the way home from work. I'll toss my phone on CarPlay and just pretend that it's kind of a radio station.
Yep.
Not going to be in chat while I'm driving, but
right.
At least listen.
That's right. Makes the commute a lot nicer that way.
Yep.
Yeah, when I got up this morning, I fixed my coffee, and I thought, that's right. I got my stream with Tim this morning. So,
mm-hmm.
And
so Keith says that the food's not medicated, and it is holistic.
Oh,
so that's just like and correct me if I'm wrong, Keith, but I think you're saying that it's just from like the botanicals and stuff. It just helps to promote like a stronger immune system. It doesn't actually medicate them. Am I getting that correctly, or? Good morning, John. How are you? We got Yellowstone listening in this morning, and that is freezing. I would hate that so much.
that minus 17 I'm seeing?
Yeah.
Wow.
Minus 17, but with the wind chill, it's negative 27.
That's crazy. Oh,
that is insane.
Yeah. It gets in the 20s, 20 degrees above here, and I'm like, it's cold enough for me.
And Keith said that the Dr. Basslier can be fed every day. The key is variety.
Yes.
And I've only got 2 of the Basslier foods right now. I do want to order some more. I want the whole lineup after seeing how much the fish are reacting to the 2 that I do have. So I'll definitely be placing another order very, very soon, Keith.
I'm gonna need to try that. My fish all have huge appetites, so they're doing really well with what they have. But I'm always in the market to buy something different for them, and like I said, the variety is the spice of life when it comes to feeding the fish. You'd hate to eat the same thing every single day.
Right. I as much as I like pizza, I'd get sick of it if I had it every day.
Absolutely. Yep.
Now, it's cool because the food came with a little spoon here.
Oh, yeah.
They've got a couple different granule sizes. I don't know if the camera's going to focus for us or not, but this one's really, really small. It's almost like crushed black pepper size.
Oh, okay. Nice. It's great for the smaller fish that we like to keep, the nano fish.
Yes. Yep. And I ordered those because I wanted the CPDs to start spawning, but the Corey said, surprise.
Hey, that's not a bad surprise, though, either.
No, definitely not. I'm taking it.
I need to get my first set of Corys. After seeing Andrews on the Aquarium Daily Show, he's got the albinos. That's what I just love the way they look in the tank.
Yeah, they're like really little miniature trout. I love them.
Yeah.
And M&C says he or she hasn't tried the Bassleer food yet. Definitely give it a try. I highly recommend it just based on the couple weeks I've had it.
Ooh.
So Jeremy said he wants to try the Bassleer, but they sent him samples that were over a year out of date. Didn't leave a good impression. That's really, really unfortunate. Hopefully you reached out to them to ask what was going on with that. Maybe it was just an honest mistake and an accident. But the foods that I've got are really, really great. Keith has fresh foods. Let me try to find a date on here. Sure, it's on here somewhere. Yeah, so here's the date here. And that just arrived a couple weeks ago. Is it gonna focus? It's 2025 I have to use it by. It's February of 2025 on that one. And the other jar here, same thing, February of 2025 on this one as well.
That's one thing I've never had a problem with is my food expiring. It gets used up so quickly. I mean, I'm almost buying on a bi-monthly basis, which before I built the fish room, when I had only maybe 4 or 5 tanks, it would last me, I could buy a container of food, would last me nearly a year.
Yeah.
And now it's going every 2 months I need to restock.
Yep. Well, you've got quite a few tanks too, so.
Oh, yeah. Right.
All right, my chat jumped again. Let me scroll back up. So Lori says that she loves the Dr. Bassleer food, and she always gives them a variety of it.
Nice.
Good morning, Frank. And he says the Akai is great for color, and that is the other food that I've got from him. So that's super cool.
Yes. Very nice.
And there's the different sizes that Keith carries for the Bassleer foods. Good morning, Tanked Up. How are you?
Hey, Steve.
Chat jumped again. Now I see what everyone's talking about. Normally I just use my tablet next to me to read chat, but since you told me how to pin it on the screen, I'm kind of doing it from the phone. And
Right.
So Keith's telling Jeremy to reach out to him. So thank you so much, Keith. And he says the foods are good for long past the date anyhow. And that's kind of the same with human foods too.
Yeah.
Those dates are more or less a recommendation for their lawyers to be happy. Their lawyers and their insurance
Yeah.
company to be happy.
For liability purposes, that's what they. Yeah, but
Right. Right.
yeah, especially when they're sealed up in the containers. I mean, you know, it's going to be good for long past that.
Yep. And Frank's got a really good tip here. He puts the food in the freezer to help preserve them and keep them safe a little bit longer.
Ah. I've never had to do that yet. Like I say, I go through it too quickly.
So Red Laser's been feeding Dr. Besslier for a year and a half. So that's very promising that you've been doing it for that long. And I'm definitely going to keep feeding them this food and kind of phase out the other nano food that I did have before. Because, like I said, the fish are reacting a lot better to this than the other cheaper food. So.
Does the Dr. Basslers make a wafer for like the bottom feeding fish, Tim? Do you know?
That I'm not sure. Keith, if you could let us know down below if there's any bottom feeding wafers or anything for the Basslier product line. And Andrew says that you've got room for a load more tanks. How many do you plan on?
Right now I'm at 27. I think I'm going to round it to 30 and call it good until I need to do any more expansion. I think.
Yeah, okay.
That's a good round number, 30. I think
Yeah.
I can keep it maintained fairly decently. It's not too much work.
Yep.
Now, if I had 50 tanks, that might be a little much.
Yeah. It is a lot of work.
Yeah.
So right now I've got 18 tanks up and running, and this spring I plan to add another rack of 12 to 18, mostly for some fish breeding projects, but I do want to get at least 6 more shrimp tanks going.
Oh, nice. Yeah. That's what I need to do. I need to get a rack for just shrimp.
Yep. Shrimp are the best. I love them.
Oh, they're wonderful. I love watching them crawl around. It's just
Yeah.
they're beautiful, beautiful little creatures, you know.
Yep. And then when one of the female molds and you see all the males zipping around the water column, it's always fun.
Yep.
Like a little snow globe sometimes, the way they dance all around and swim around.
Yep. I know my blue dreams do that. They're in this 55 behind me here. They'll be just zipping all over the place. I think there's probably 4 or 5 buried females in this tank right now.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
There is just tons of little microscopic shrimplets that you pretty much need a magnifying glass to see them right now.
Yeah.
They're just really tiny.
Yep. The first week or so, they're almost impossible to see with the naked eye.
Yep. Transparent, pretty much.
Yep. And then they don't move as much either when they're that young, so makes it even more difficult.
Yeah.
So Lori's asking Keith if they've got a monster fish food. Good morning, Tommy. How are you doing? So he's looking at the moment using talk to text, driving through Texas, unpreparedness of winter weather.
Is it snowing in Texas, Tommy?
Yeah, I'm kind of curious of that too. And also, talk to text while driving. That's super, super smart. Thank you so much for not having the phone physically in your hand.
Yeah.
We definitely need you to stay here with us on YouTube.
Absolutely. Stay safe.
Yep. And Tommy just hit 1,000 last night. So,
congratulations.
Super, super exciting.
Congrats. That's wonderful.
Yes. Congratulations, Tommy.
I tell you, that young man has really hustled, though. He's really put the work in.
Oh, yeah. He's uploading constantly.
Yes.
And if you guys haven't checked him out yet, his shorts, They are very hilarious. Some of them.
They are.
They're all whimsical, but some of them literally have me in stitches after.
Yes, indeed. That's what I love about watching all these videos. It's so enjoyable.
Yep. I'll see you later, Yellowstone. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Have a good day, Yellowstone.
Can someone let me know how many Ricos I'm behind in chat? Because I feel like I've been catching up for a while now.
I can't see the chat myself, but it could be the stream is jumping because I'm on my edible.
E-bike.
Oh, e-bike. Oh, I said edible. I need to get my glasses prescription changed here. E-bike. Oh.
And Keith, let us know that the medications are also good way past the date. So another very, very useful tip. Thank you. Just a reminder, Keith is having a live stream this afternoon, so go subscribe to him and make sure you watch that and see what plants he just got in to add to the lineup on the website.
Yeah, the reason why I asked about the bottom feeders is I have so many. I breed bristlenose plecos. I have 3 different varieties that I've been breeding out, and I have probably close to 100 right now that growing out.
Oh,
And
okay.
we go through a lot of algae wafers and Repashy. I go through Repashy like crazy. I'm going to have to start buying it by the pound, I think.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to grab all the different samples that Keith sent to me because there are a few different bottom feeder samples that he sent. I don't think any of them are the Dr. Bassler, though. So the one that I already showed was the AgCore Vibrant Sticks.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I've been feeding that into that 20-gallon tank periodically as well. And I do feed shrimp food into that tank because that's also my shrimp cull tank. So the Cory cats are also eating that. So we've got some larger food from Dr. Bassler. It's the XXL size.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Then we've got this one here from Bassler. It's the green large. I've been feeding all of these on a rotation in here. Legit community sample.
Oh, nice.
All of these samples were inside of one box of food. I ordered 3 jars from him, and he sent about 10 different samples to me. So that's huge. That's super, super awesome.
That is.
AgCore here. Hopefully you can see that.
Yep.
And this is a pretty small granule size in here.
Yeah, it's perfect for some nice community fish.
Yep. And then here's another bottom feeder food that he sent up. This is legit bottom feeder.
Oh, yeah.
Those
Be perfect for the
little
Corydorus. Yeah, the Corys would love that.
Oh yes, they do. They attack it, and the shrimp go over, and they start attacking it. The Corys will go back to it, and then the shrimp just kind of look like popcorn trying to scurry away. And then also the Dr. Bassler aloe, and this one here is a really small granule as well.
Oh, yeah.
So that was a lot of samples that he sent up.
That is very, very generous, very nice.
Yep. So M&C's doing some water changes on the smaller tanks today, trying to get caught up in the fish room. Got the 310 and 240s done, and the rack with his 40 long and 33 long done. Only 30 more tanks to go.
I like those
Wow.
dimensions of the 33 long and the 40 long. Are really nice.
Yeah, I haven't had either of those two sizes yet. I've done the standard 10, the standard 20, a standard 75, and then the Marineland portrait tanks.
Yeah, they're the same length as the 75, but they're not as deep and they're more shallow. But they're really great tanks for easy maintenance. That's what I love about them.
Oh, okay.
Really nice footprint.
I bet it's easier to get the plants to grow in a shallower tank like that too.
Yeah, you don't need quite as powerful of a light. You can use a less powerful light to grow your plants.
Mm-hmm.
Nice, very nice.
He said chlorella is a good formula for pleco.
Yes.
And he's also saying green XXL or XXXL. And he's got a product called Better Tabs.
Oh. Need to check those out. I would like to do a special shout out if I could, Tim.
Yeah, absolutely.
To Debs in the United Kingdom. She's a new grandmother, and I wanted to congratulate her on that. She's such a wonderful person. So if you're watching this, Debs, congratulations to you.
Congratulations, Debs. That's super, super exciting.
Such a kind lady.
Yes. Yep, I always love seeing her in the chats.
Yes.
So M&C is going to look into doing an auto water change system. And with that many tanks, I definitely recommend it. Heath also sells some Rapashi food. I haven't tried that one yet, but eventually.
Well, you have never tried Rapashi? You've not tried Rapashi yet?
Nope, never.
Oh my goodness. I'm quite a fan of that. I've had such great success with my breeding projects, and I can attribute a lot of it to the Rapashi. It's really helped me quite a bit.
Okay, yeah, I'm definitely going to have to add that to the cart next time when I get more of the bachelor foods from Keith.
And the shrimp love it too.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Very good to know.
Yep.
Jeremy asked, has anyone found a less expensive Onnit tab yet that hopefully the same quality as the originals?
Onnit. I'm not really familiar with that one.
Yeah, neither am I. Maybe it's a typo or something. Not sure. I know my auto incorrect doesn't work in my favor ever, so.
Well, it's my nemesis.
Yep. My chat jumped again. So Tommy gave us an update on the weather. It's not snowing, but it's 20-something degrees and drizzling. So as you're driving, the road is getting more iced. And Texas never puts anything down on the roads.
Be very careful, Tommy.
Yeah, go slow.
Take it slow and easy and get there safe.
When you're on ice, four-wheel drive also means four-wheel slide. So be careful.
Absolutely.
He's already back home. So that's
good.
Thank you so much for letting us know.
That's good. Glad you're safe.
So Red Laser has a question for us about our backgrounds. What are we using?
Backgrounds?
For the tanks? The blue on the background of yours?
Yeah. I just use a Blue Jay paint. And it's on all my tanks. The same type. It's a Valspar. I think it's satin paint. I just pick it up at Lowe's and get it by the gallon, and that's how I painted all my tanks. And on some of my stands, I don't know if you can see that down there a little ways, I got those painted blue as well.
Oh, okay.
I use that with the leftover paint, and I got a few other ones I still need to paint yet.
Oh, okay.
Yep, so, I just get the paint roller out and roll it out.
Yep. For my backgrounds, I use black paint. Um, I haven't done blue or white or any of the other colors yet. I just always like the black because it makes the green really, really pop, in my opinion, on the plants. But I use just regular craft acrylic paint and one of the sponge brushes.
Mm,
So
nice.
it's just the cheapest stuff you can find in Walmart in the craft section. You could raid your kids' craft drawer if they have one. Just the acrylic paint is what I use. And it does scrape off pretty easily too, if you ever did want to change it.
Oh yeah, same with this. You just take a razor blade to it, and it'll just peel it right off.
Yep.
Yeah. I like the blue. It seems to sometimes show the, except for the blue dream shrimp, of course, it really pops the colors on the fish really well too.
Oh,
I
okay.
used to do a black tank for an aquascape, though. I do have some a little can of Rust-Oleum that for a special project, and then.
All right.
But I have so many blue tanks right now. I'm not going to change. I can't change all of them, so
Right. It would be a lot of work.
it would be. I like the blue. It's kind of nice. It's different.
Oh no, I'm 2 Ricos behind. That's Grant and Shelby behind.
Ah.
Let's see. Good morning, Snoochie Booch. How you doing?
Good morning.
Keith has some more suggestions for your pleco.
Okay. Tabs, green XXL. Okay.
Good morning, SWFL. Question nitrogen cycle. If I have a cycled tank and remove the fish, will tank crash due to no ammonia from fish?
Over a long period of time, that's correct. You will have a crash. You'll
Yep.
need to either add a little bit of food or something else that will create a little bit of ammonia to keep the bacteria alive.
Yep. So you're always going to have some bacteria, but the bacteria colony is only going to be the size of the bioload of the tank. So if you have nothing in the tank, there's still going to be a couple cells here and there of that beneficial bacteria. But you put a snail in, and now your bacteria culture has to catch up to that one snail. You put a fish in there, it has to catch up to that one fish. That's why adding fish in small increments is always going to be a lot safer, because it won't be as large of a percentage change of bioload for your bacteria to have to catch up to.
And speaking of the bioload, what I tend to do if I clear a tank of fish out, and if I don't have any in there at the time, I will add snails into the tank just to keep the bio more active and keep it a little stronger. So when I do add more fish in, it's less of a, you could actually add a few more fish rather than. But you're right, though. Going slow is the best way to do it. But I always add snails to keep the cycle going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In all of my shrimp tanks, I've got snails in them. I actually welcome the pest snails. So I've got some ram's horns and a couple down here on the bottom, and pretty much all of them have the pond snails or bladder snails, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
So I've always got some sort of ammonia going into the tank before I ever put shrimp in there. And I always check to make sure there's no ammonia before I start stocking them with actual livestock that I want to keep.
Yep. I do too. I think of snails in pretty much every tank that I have. I have the Malaysian trumpet snails. I got the ram's horn snails. I breed mystery snails, and then I have the Sulawesi rabbit snails. I have a breeding project upstairs where I got the orange Poso Sulawesi rabbit snails.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never kept the Sulawesi rabbit snails. It's something I've been wanting to try out. I've had the mystery snails quite a few times. I don't currently have any, but I am going to be getting some more from Lady Rorschach. She's got some breeding out and sent me a message saying, "Hey, you want some?" And so we were chatting the other night. And in the spring, when it starts getting a little bit warmer out and the baby snails start growing a little bit more, I'll be getting some of those.
And also, when it gets warm in the spring, there's a good chance you'll be getting some Sulawesi rabbit snails as well.
Oh,
We'll,
very cool.
we'll talk after the stream.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much, Jeff.
Sure, sure. That's part of the hobby that I love so much, is sharing the animals that I breed and to other hobbyists.
Yeah. So tanked up. Male bristlenoses are rare around here. They try to sell you all females in their place. Anyone know why?
Wow, that's odd. That's very
Yeah,
odd.
it is. My only guess is because the male bristlenose are the only one that visibly show the bristlenose. So they try to get rid of the ones that don't have that characteristic visible, and that way, if someone comes by for a bristle nose and they're like, "Hey, I want a bristle nose," they actually want one that shows the bristles. Some customers will just walk right out without getting any if they aren't offered the ones that show the bristle. And that's just my guess, anyway.
And they don't start showing them until about the 7th month anyway, pretty much, from what I've noticed.
Oh, okay.
You got to get to a certain size before they even begin to show the beginning parts of the bristle. Now, here, it's easier to get the males here than it is the females in Michigan. I don't know why. That's like what Steve said with the females there, but it's the opposite here.
So KJE says the Basilier XXL pellets in green and chlorella are great for shrimp also. And Dr. Basilier has a shrimp specific food. All right, I'm definitely going to be getting some of that. I don't know if you guys have seen my Shrimp Food Showdown series yet, but I basically toss 2 different pellets into the same tank, and after about 5 minutes, I see which pile of food has the largest pile of shrimp on it, and that's the winner for that day. It's just a fun project. It doesn't mean one's more nutritious than the other, and I could test the same food in a week from now, the same pair of food a week from now, and they might want the other one more that day. So it's just purely for fun. But I'm always looking to add some more to the arsenal, so I'll definitely be getting some of that.
I've done that too. That is fun. Throwing 2 different types of food in to see which one they go for first, and
Yeah.
see the jam. I call it a jam pile. You see just a huge mound of, yeah.
And I do have an unboxing coming later tonight from Poseidon Pets, and what's in that box is going to help me out a lot with making those Shrimp Food Showdown videos. And he has also agreed to be a guest tomorrow at 2 o'clock. I'm going to be doing a giveaway tomorrow at 2 o'clock for his store. So definitely stop back here again tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Time.
Yeah, Poseidon's Pets is a wonderful channel. I subbed to that gentleman a while back, and I've been watching his stuff. I don't often comment. I'm a bit bashful sometimes in the comment section, but it's really a great show he's got.
Yeah, Kyle's awesome. I like him.
He is.
So Tommy hasn't eaten the legit food himself, but he legit likes it.
You don't taste test it first, Tommy. Come on.
No, I wouldn't either.
No, I know.
I have tried one shrimp food on stream, though, on Skipper's channel.
Did you really?
Yeah. So Jason put some bee pollen into his mouth to try it out on stream, and I had a bag here as well, so I tried it too. It's not horrible. It is sold for human consumption at the health food stores, so not like as if it's harmful or anything. There's no kale in it because that's gross.
Well, the same with 100% spirulina powder. That's for human consumption.
Yeah, but I bet that would be pretty awful too.
Yeah.
So Jeremy's got some divided Petco tanks. Pretty sure they're 40 longs.
Oh, really?
I haven't done any divided tanks yet, but I was almost considering dividing out some 20 longs on that new rack that I'm planning out for fish breeding.
I haven't seen any 40 longs at Petco's in over 20 years. It's been a long time. I know they have the 40 breeders quite a bit, but that is definitely a dimension that I'd like to get back in this fish room again. That or the 33 long.
Mm-hmm. So we're at an hour now. I'm trying to catch up on chat, skipping over the hellos and stuff like that. Good morning, Kane. How you doing?
Morning.
So jumping in from the road again, the ONET tab was very popular. You stick it to the printer glass and the fish would eat it. So that's one of the adhesive foods I believe he's talking about, where it actually sticks to the front of the glass of the aquarium. I've got one downstairs, and it's always fun watching the fish attack that.
I used to do that with the freeze-dried tubifex worms. Put in the tank, and then the fish would pick at it, and it would stick to the tank for a good long time. Mm-hmm. Hey, Bob Moss is here. Hey, Bob.
Good morning, Mob Boss. How you doing? And he's talking about football. I don't follow sports at all, so I'm going to skip over that.
Yeah, I don't either, but he's got a great channel.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, it was great to get them to the front of the tank for a while, though. So he was talking about that sticky food again. Yep. So that adhesive food, Keith is saying, isn't good to feed all the time. And I agree. I always feed a wide variety of foods whenever I can, whenever I have the availability to.
Yep, everything in moderation.
Yep. So we got Fishy on hopped in here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Brandon. And Lady R, how you doing?
Morning.
Anything Goes loves their ramshorn snails.
Oh, me too.
Getting some trumpets.
I have millions of trumpets.
Yep. I've got a lot of trumpets. I've got a lot of ramshorns, a lot of pond snails. I just can't get enough of them. They're a real good symbiotic relationship with the shrimp.
Oh, they are. I found the ramshorn are really good. I've noticed that I don't have any of the pond snails. That's something I need to get.
Mm-hmm. So Bob says he's surprised that we got 27 people here this morning, and he's got to stop streaming at night. You're not being ignored, Bob. We're paying attention to you. I'm just really far behind.
Yep. I remember subscribing to his channel. He's really, really hilarious in some of the things he does. He does some excellent editing, too.
At least Lori's sticking up for me here. Thank you.
That's right, one of my things, too, by the way. I say Moss is boss when it comes to plants.
Either I caught up or the chat jumped. Oh, it just jumped. I'm almost there, though. Brandon asked if I use any additives for the shrimp, like any Brightwell products or humic fulvic acids. So the only additives that I use for my shrimp are the foods themselves. So I do a little bit of botanicals that they'll graze on, like alder cones and almond leaves or catappa leaves, whichever term you want to use. And then bee pollen. But other than that, it's just straight up pellet foods that I give them.
You know what I was going to mention about the botanicals, Tim? Have you ever tried the jackfruit leaves?
I haven't. No.
Nope. You haven't?
Nope.
They do everything the catappa leaves do, but they last about 4 times as long.
Really?
They're really good. I've got a bunch of them, and I tell you, the shrimp just go crazy on them. They love it.
Okay. I'll
And
definitely have to check that out.
yeah, they're much more durable leaf. They'll last a long time.
Mm-hmm. So Lori dropped Poseidon Pet's link. Definitely check him out. Kyle is awesome. He's got a lot of really pretty shrimp. I definitely recommend it to everyone that likes shrimp.
Yeah. Yes.
And Bob Moss is going to try his moss mix in a video one of these days. I believe that's shrimp food that he's making, if memory serves me correctly. Yeah, Bob, I'm not even going to try the spirulina. I'm not doing it.
Like ass. That's Bob.
So Keith has tried some fish food on a video, so we'll have to go look for that later. Bob's off to work meeting. Have a good day, Bob. Thank you so much for stopping by. Then we've got GP Snakes in here. So Keeper Kane is going to be doing a video with GP Snakes coming up. Kane just announced it on his live stream last night. And I've never heard of GP Snakes until last night, so I went over there and subscribed. And I'm already learning a little bit about snakes and stuff, so I'm super, super excited to see that video come out. Daniel, that's me at the next town and gotta go for my shift. Have a fun rest of the stream, folks. Thank you so much for stopping by, Daniel.
Thanks, Daniel. Have a great day, mate.
Lori, thank you so much for all of your hard work sharing all of these links. It's definitely greatly appreciated.
Yes, thank you so much.
So Lady R loves botanicals as additives for her tanks. KJE is the best supplier. So I got a bag of botanicals from them as a sample. And this was all in that same box too with all those foods. So a nice mix of different botanicals in there.
Nice.
So,
and they're not just for shrimp either. They're good for apistogrammas and other wild type bettas and all types of different. Yes, definitely.
Yeah,
I just love it. I love using the botanicals.
Yep, I'm saving that bag of botanicals for when I set up the new beta tank. So Lady R agrees that Kyle's content is awesome too. He has some unique offerings on his website. Yeah, I just got an order in, and I'm super excited to show you guys what I received in. So definitely pay attention later tonight. It will be uploaded.
Oh, nice.
And I'm finally at the bottom of the chat.
All right.
For real this time.
Good job, Tim.
Yeah. So we're 10 minutes after 10. Did you have a few more minutes, or were you looking to hop off?
It's up to you.
I'm kind of indifferent either way, honestly. This is the longest I've streamed on my own channel so far.
So, I could jump off, I guess. I do have a few things I need to do, but this has been wonderful. I mean, it's totally up to you. I'll leave it up to you.
Okay. I do have just one quick question on your system that I forgot to ask earlier.
Yeah.
Your valves, did you use Teflon tape for them or super glue or anything? Because I do have a small little bit of hissing coming from around the fittings.
No, I didn't. What I did is I got those from Gemco.
Okay.
And they're the self-tapping ones. And what we did is we ordered they sent the drill bit, the perfect size drill bit for it. And then as we use the drill to slowly screw it in, and there's been no hissing on any of them.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah, I've got to have my ear up to it in order to actually hear the hissing. It's a very little bit of air coming through them.
But, in fact, I don't. The joints, the connections aren't. They're not adhesive either. They're all just snugly fit.
Yeah, my PVC I just dry fit as well.
Yeah.
But so I got the Aquani shut-off valves for the airlines, for the airline drops, and they were threaded. So I just drilled a hole and kind of forced the threads through to get them in there and got them as tight as I could. I just didn't know if Teflon tape or super glue might help some of the noise.
You
So I
could.
don't think they were self-tapping, but I forced them to be kind of.
Okay. Yeah, if there's just a little bit of hissing, that's probably not too bad. I mean, if you notice that there's like a real big power reduction in your airflow, you could probably just go around with a little bit of silicone, in fact, and probably be plenty
Okay.
to do that.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for being up here as a guest. Everyone, please go over to Jeff Pelham's channel, Pelham Aquatics, and show him some support. He's getting closer and closer to 400 subscribers. He's got some great content. His new weekly streams are a lot of fun. I had a blast last week on there.
Yes.
So please check him out.
I had a great time too, Tim, and I appreciate the opportunity to be on your stream this morning.
Yes, I definitely appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. It was a lot
Thank
of
you,
fun.
sir. Thank you very much.
All right, guys. Have a great day. See you.
Have a good day, everyone. Bye-bye.